Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. And by ho, 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 I mean that as a greeting, not as an insult or a description. I'm sure somebody will comment, oh my God, he's calling people hoes. Here is video proof, by the way, that the dogs are alive and doing just fine after the bone holocaust, the prime rib bone holocaust that I subjected them to, that cruel and unusual torture. They seem none the worse for wear, amazingly enough. I also seem none the worse for wear after drinking last night, so that's also good. It looks like sometimes bad things done in moderation might not kill you. Might not. So let's talk about some things. Thing number one, let's talk about Jack. Let's get the ugly man out of the way first. Apparently, I don't know. I've been trying to think about like what the hell his motivation, what his intent is, because he comes in swinging. He's gonna take me out. He's gonna take me on. He's gonna tangle with me or whatever the hell he said. He's my huckleberry. And as of yet, he has offered nothing really in the way of an argument. He's alluded to that the police cars may have been parked in the way they were because of mud puddles. I don't know. I called HISD police. Hopefully I'll get a call back from them. We'll talk about it. Hopefully I'll get somebody who is familiar with the incident and can explain the tactics used so that jailers like Jack can figure out what the fuck they're talking about for next time. But I'm trying to think in my head, in my brain, about what his possible motivation could be. And he keeps bringing up this, pay me the 10 grand, bet me 10 grand, prove your accusation that I've never been on patrol for 10 grand, something along those lines. You know what that smells like? That smells like Jack's desperate for cash. What's wrong, Jack? What's wrong? You begging, drying up, Jack? Didn't get the funds you need for your almost park case? Defense lawyers chewing through too much of your money, running dry, Jack? At 10 grand looking good? That's all I could think of. I mean, it seems like every time I turn around in this particular community, hashtag, money is the root of the evil. Money, pride. Money and pride. You know, you got David Warden with his last name misspelled, with his little GoFundMe. What's in there, like 40? Something like 40? Oh God, that's a big stick. Oh, he dropped it, good. You got Ben doing everything he can to monetize everybody else's stuff. Everybody buy my t-shirts. Donate to my GoFundMe. Here's my PayPal link. Look, I take Bitcoin. There aren't enough Ranger horses to go around, apparently. Which is why, from the get-go, I haven't taken any money. I haven't taken any donations. I haven't monetized any videos. You can't make the claim about me. Except for dumbasses who still think that the donate to my G-String account is legit. I always tell them to go click on the link. Go click it. Click the link. Click it. You know you want to. Click the link. Click the link. Anyway. Yeah, so that's Jack. I think he's just desperate for the cash. I think he's just desperate for the cash. Which goes to show you, I mean, Jack isn't as bad of an e-bagger as D-Cup is. And if D-Cup wouldn't take the money, because I think it ended up being like 20 grand or something stupid. It was dumb. There's a big chunk of change that Man with the Mic offered. And then another big chunk of change that the Frog offered. And D-Cup, I need to buy hot dogs and a Generator Jones. Wouldn't take it. There's your sign. moving on from that, it seems like people are having some real issues with my analysis of the Mrs. Mac, Little Mac incident. And I'm going to use small words to make it a little more clear for everybody. A city bus is not a traditional public forum. It is not. It is not a forum. It isn't a forum. It's not a forum. You pay your little ticket to ride, not to speak, not to hear anybody speak. You pay to get on it. It is a vehicle. Its intended purpose is to take you from point A to point B. You don't have a First Amendment right to protest or to film necessarily on it. I don't even think that it is public, period. I think it's a public-private partnership. Could be wrong on that, but I think the Rapid is not, I think it's organized under the state, but it's not a state entity. It's not 100% state. But be that as it may, they do have the right to kick you off of it, and they have a lot of leeway to make rules, especially rules that control situations where people are creating incidents. Now, I said that the public needs to be on board. Whatever you're doing, the public needs to be on board. And for those of you who think, well, it's in the Constitution, I have a right to do it, period, full stop. Just remember, kids, there's been 2 amendments to the Constitution. One that took away your right to drink, and one that restored it. Or one that took away your right to buy it, I guess, and one that restored it. The Constitution can be changed. If the people hate what you're doing, the Constitution can be changed. That's like the worst case scenario. And I don't know if you guys have seen it, but they've done interviews with college kids who, a lot of them think that the First Amendment should be revoked, repealed. I don't know. Amended. And that's a very sobering thought. I'm not saying be scared about it, but those are very short-sighted people. College, what's it good for, huh? But even on the state level, you have to remember that Adderley sets a floor. You know, the state can give you more protection than what the Supreme Court allows for in Adderley. But the state could amend their constitutions to drop that floor down to Adderley, which would basically allow them to do the exact same thing. As long as they have, as long as the restriction they're making is reasonable, and it's not what you, as an auditor, think is reasonable, it's what the people think is reasonable. See how it keeps coming back to the people? Huh? But even on a very micro level, it's important to have the people on board. The whole point of this community was not just to educate the police, but to educate the people, right? It's okay. You know, just because someone's filming in public doesn't mean they're a terrorist. Well, I would like to add to that list, just because someone's filming in public doesn't mean they're an asshole. As of yet, we're failing pretty hard on that second prong. But I would posit to you that had Mrs. Mac, Little Mac, just been filming, doing nothing else, there probably wouldn't have been an issue. You have to remember, she started in media res, but I believe that she had been filming prior. She made comments in there that led me to believe that. I could be wrong. But she made comments in there that led me to believe that before she went live, she had been filming. And whatever she was doing pissed people off. I am assuming that she was using, because of her statements to the driver, she was displeased with him, his performance, his attitude, something. And she was expressing it to him while she filmed. That is my assumption. And that's my assumption because it explains the various bits and pieces that I see going on in there. The people upset about the filming, her statements about the driver. My point is that if you are alienating the people, you're doing something wrong. I'm not saying you're doing something illegal. I'm saying you're doing something wrong. It's not illegal to have bad body odor, but if you're out there with bad body odor, you're doing something wrong. Use now ashtray, I'm looking at you. Anyway, minor points. Some people are saying small minds get caught on small details. Oh, you say that she's poor, or she's not rich, I think is maybe what I said, I don't know. Something along those lines. Because she rides the bus and rides a bike. And things like that. And yeah, I did say that. Those are two of the pieces of indicia that I use. Also, a woman of her age who's still going to work is an indication she's not wealthy, and I believe her husband has cancer. And if you've ever had a loved one with cancer, money goes bye-bye pretty fast. Number one, that person probably isn't contributing, probably. And number two, that person is probably costing a lot of money in medical bills. But I also have a memory, I'm not going to hunt it down, of a live stream that she did where she explained that she didn't have a lot of money, a lot of wealth. But even if, let's say arguendo, let's say that she is as rich as Bill Gates. Let's pretend that. Does that alter my overall point in any way? No, because there are people out there of limited means who are going to have their means further reduced because they take the advice of the auditors, of the auditards. Like, I don't know if Juju will ever have much money. I know he doesn't come from a very wealthy area. It doesn't appear that he's living in the lap of luxury, and he has been led astray. There are a lot of people, I've seen numerous videos, one-hit wonders I call them, where they film themselves being arrested, and you know they're very indignant about it, and then you never hear from them again. I've got a First Amendment right to do this, and then crickets. Why do you think that is? I think it's because some people learn their lesson after the first time. They learn that there are limits to your First Amendment right. And if you still haven't gathered that there are limits to it yet, well, not a whole lot I could do to help you on that. Anyway, was there one other? Yes, there was one other thing. I also, in mocking, in pointing out the less than stellar resume that Jack would have, mentioned he had a GED. Now, Jack wants to turn it into, and somebody else actually commented on it, that, you know, just because you have a GED, you're not dumb. And that's true. Bill Gates didn't graduate from college. There are people who have been very smart who've never gone to high school, period, let alone gotten a GED. But Jack, not only does Jack not have any higher learning, he's never received a college degree that I'm aware of. But he's also stupid. So he has the papers, or he lacks the papers proving he's intelligent, and he has the actions proving he's stupid. And again, I'm referencing the pink dildo getting arrested for doing something that other people have managed to take care of without getting arrested. And I think we're pooping. That's the look of a dog who's looking to poop. And there we go. All right. Thank you for watching. Merry Christmas. Have a great day.